and you thought Batman vs. Superman was bad. I'm starting to gain a bigger appreciation for Transformers 2. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Miss My Ex podcast movie reviews. Today I am very sad to let you know that I last night attended the opening of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shadows. I had a lot of trepidations going into this movie because I did not enjoy Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 1. Nothing to do with Michael Bay. I'm not going to rant and rave about how much I hate Michael Bay. Michael Bay is a piece of shit! And I don't even have a problem with Megan Fox. I thought she was one of the bright spots in this movie, and not because she's hot, but let's be real, she's hot. But I actually just thought she was one of the only good parts of the movie. But there were things in this movie that just made me so upset and just bothered me to my core. And so, let's go down the list. I hated Casey Jones in this movie. I don't have a problem with Stephen Amell, the person. I think he's fine on Arrow, but man alive, not only was he not Casey Jones, he was not anyone. Like, he was just an actor on the screen trying to spit out lines and get a paycheck. That's what it felt like. Like, he was so awful in this movie. And I don't really know a lot about the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lore. I watched it as a kid, but I mean, my knowledge of it is as far as anyone else's goes. There's 4 turtles and a giant rat that's their dad. I mean, that's what I know. But in this movie, Casey Jones, one, his hockey skills were unbelievable. Like, he should be playing in the NHL. I don't know what the hell he's doing being a cop in New York City. Like, his accuracy was insane. But just his acting, the lines, his delivery, just all of it was awful. And I was actually sitting next to my friend, who's a huge, huge Arrow fan. So a huge Stephen Amell fan. Biggest advocate for Stephen Amell. And halfway through the movie, he turned to me and he was like, dude, Stephen Amell is awful. Like, this is making me hate Arrow right now. And I felt bad for him because he should hate Arrow now. Like, it was that awful. Michael Bay is a piece of shit! I don't even want to put it on Stephen Amell. I mean, I feel like the writers just did him a disservice with some of the lines that they gave him. But at the end of the day, his delivery of the lines was not any better than the lines he was speaking. So, gotta go 50-50. That's my Robert De Niro face. Not bad. So I guess I would say Stephen Amell I didn't enjoy. I did like Will Arnett in the movie because I always like Will Arnett. I have a soft spot for him. There's this movie where he is going to jail. It's called Let's Go to Jail. And it's an awful movie with Dax Shepard. But ever since that movie, I've had a liking towards Will Arnett. More than most. I mean, obviously Arrested Development. But I'll watch Will Arnett in anything. Plus, he's the voice of Lego Batman. So I gotta give him props for that. I realized something in this movie. Tyler Perry is worse and worse in every movie he's in that requires more and more acting. So the less acting Tyler Perry has to do, the better he is. And because I don't think he's that terrible of an actor. Like, I really enjoyed him in Gone Girl, which is one of my favorite movies where he played the lawyer, and I thought he was fine in his one scene in Star Trek. But in the Medea films and in this movie, he is god-awful because he has to do characters, and I don't think he's good at them. Like, I don't enjoy them. As a fan of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles growing up, Shredder was always the big badass. You know, you had Krang and all these other guys, but Shredder to me was the guy that you really, really wanted to see them fight. So in this movie, when they use Shredder the entire movie and make him seem like he's gonna have some sort of pinnacle fight, spoiler alert, Shredder gets frozen and just put away into storage at the end of this movie. They don't even fight him. Krang just takes care of him in a second and then doesn't use that same technology to beat the Turtles. Obviously, why would he use anything like that to win a fight when he could just fight them combat style? It was just such a stupid climax. I had more fun in this movie talking to my friend next to me, and I never talk in movies, but it was not that full of a theater, and we kind of sat away from people. We were joking around the entire time. Like, we were trying to debate, was this worse, or was Scary Movie 5 worse, or was Fantastic Four worse? Like, we just didn't know which of these 3 movies were bad. And shout out to my friend Frank, who's gone to all these bad movies with me. He sits there like a trooper. He could have left, and I told him I can't leave because I have to do a movie review. And he was like, then I'll suffer through with you. And he just sat there. I felt like we should have held hands and just gotten through it together like a team. Michael Bay is a piece of shit. There was one part of the movie that I really, really liked. I enjoyed it immensely, and I hate to admit it because this movie was so awful, but you have to give props where props are due. And sometimes a movie, as bad as it is, has one really good scene. The scene is, it's at the end of the movie, and they've just saved the day, they got their medals or whatever, keys to the city, and they're at the top of the Statue of Liberty. And then the credits roll. And I gotta tell you, I have not felt that feeling of joy in a movie in a long time. I mean, other than maybe when Batman is punching Superman in the mouth. I know the movie wasn't that great, but for a Batman fan, that was a pretty big moment. Yeah, the credits rolling was probably the happiest I've felt in a movie in a really, really long time. I don't even have a problem with the Turtles in the movie, to be honest. I thought they were fine. I didn't think they were bad or good. I thought they had decent chemistry as brothers. It's not stupid decisions Michelangelo was making. I believed it. It's just, I think the dialogue and the actual story and the character arcs, everything about all of that was just very lazily done. I don't know if you guys remember Transformers 2. I mean, I do my best to try and forget it, but there were these two robots that were like complete black stereotype robots that everyone hated and no one liked. Not because they were black, but because they were clearly just racist. And that's how I felt about Bebop and Rocksteady in this movie. Now, I didn't think they were racist, I just hated them so much. The actors playing them, I didn't like them. The dialogue, the lines that they had, everything about Bebop and Rocksteady was just so unlikable. And they were so over-the-top stupid. Like, I know characters can be stupid, but stupid characters don't always have to make the wrong decision every single time. Like, they literally made every bad decision you could possibly make as two idiots. Thank you guys so much for watching this review of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Out of the Shitty Shadow. It has been a lot of fun to make the review. It's a lot more fun to talk about the movie and how much I hate it than spending the 2 hours I did watching it. Remember to like, subscribe, and share this video with your friends, because at the end of the day, if we can save even one person their money from seeing this movie, then I think this video has done its job. Also, if you guys could like my Facebook page, the Miss My Ex Podcast Facebook page, that would mean a lot to me. And sharing and just getting the page out there, it does a lot for me, and I really do appreciate all the support from you guys. I appreciate you guys watching and liking my content. So it's been great. I love doing this, and I'm going to keep doing more of it. And thank you guys so much. I'll see you later. Michael Bay is a piece of shit.